I caught my mom spying on my phone, so I gave her exactly what she was looking for. She hasn't left her room in 4 days. My mom has always been obsessed with catching me doing something wrong. The thing is, I'm a perfect child. Straight A's, come home straight after school, the same 3 friends since preschool that she approved. But even now, at 17 years old, I have to stand in her doorway for inspection every night. Turn out my pockets, show my arms for marks, breathe in her face so she can smell for alcohol. She removed my bedroom door when I turned 15 because privacy breeds secrets. Last week, she followed me into a restaurant bathroom during my aunt's birthday dinner because I took too long, then proceeded to yell at me for disobeying her 5-minute bathroom limit. The next morning, I caught her hunched over my phone just as I came out of the shower. When I checked later, I found a spyware app buried in my settings app. She had access to my texts, calls, photos, even deleted messages. Everything. That's when something in me snapped. Not angry snapped, more like clarity. If she wanted to find a bad kid so desperately, maybe I should give her exactly what she wanted. I spent that night on my laptop crafting the bad kid she was desperate to find. I created dozens of fake Instagram accounts of people that didn't exist and texted them. It started innocently at first. All the texts were about studying or homework questions. Mom didn't react, but I knew she was watching because she'd casually mention math at dinner. Week 2, I escalated. Texted one of my fake Instagram accounts named Tybalt about meeting his dealer behind school for study aid meds at 3 p.m. And sure enough, from my classroom window at 3 p.m. the next day, I watched her car screech into the parking lot. She spent 20 minutes frantically searching behind the gym while I sat in AP Spanish taking notes. I even saw her interrogate the janitor, who looked completely bewildered. The yard incident still makes me laugh. I sent myself a text from another fake Instagram named Ria about burying something by the oak tree, then deleted it, knowing my mom would see it in the spyware logs. That night at 4:45 a.m., I woke up to the sound of someone digging. When I looked out the window, I saw her destroying our entire backyard with a plastic shovel and flashlight, finding nothing but worms. I watched as she frantically patted down the dirt, trying to make it look untouched. By week 3, she was unraveling. I'd created a whole system, group chats about warehouse parties, fake Instagram DMs about meeting older guys. She was checking her phone every 5 minutes, calling in sick to work. Her eyes had these dark circles that makeup couldn't hide. She started drinking coffee at 10 p.m., sitting at the kitchen table with her phone plugged in, refreshing my messages, thinking I was completely oblivious. The thing was, watching her spiral should have made me feel guilty. Instead, I felt this weird sense of victory. All these years of her paranoia, and she was finally seeing what she'd been looking for. Then came Friday, a P-history exam day. I planted the ultimate bait, text about meeting an older guy who's been giving me stuff, and that he'd be at school during my test. I made it sound urgent, dangerous. I was halfway through my essay about the Cold War when the door exploded open. Mom burst in screaming, "Get away from her!" The entire class froze. She grabbed me, actually shaking my shoulders, demanding, "Where's your dealer? Where is he?" Her voice was so loud the class next door came out to see what was happening. I'll never forget the way she pointed at Vector, this quiet kid who sits in front, and screamed, "Is it him? Are you the one destroying my daughter?" Vector started crying, actually crying. Someone's phone was already recording. The principal and security had to physically escort her out while she kept screaming about protecting me. The whole class just stared. In the parking lot afterward, she was waiting by my car, breathing heavy, looking victorious like she'd saved me. That's when I pulled out my phone and showed her everything. Every fake account I'd created on my laptop, every staged conversation, the spyware icon I'd deliberately unhidden on my home screen weeks ago. "You wanted a bad kid so badly, Mom, so I gave you one." Her face just crumbled, like watching a building collapse in slow motion. She looked at the screenshots, at me, back at the screenshots. She drove home and went straight to her bedroom. She hasn't come out since. The school requires family counseling before I can return. And when the therapist asked if I regret it, I told her I'd do it again.